Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Happy Sunday. And today I wanted to talk about the impact your relaxation or relaxed state has on the opposition on the start line, because it's a powerful tool and it's noticeable. And the reason is, what do most of us do on the start line as athletes? We're twitchy, we're nervous, and we start to overemphasize this. We start to overdo things. You can see it in the warm-up in terms of how people are striding outwards. They'll say that it's to do with, we need to get the warm-up done, we've got to warm up properly, but it's also an ego thing as well. You want to impose yourself on the opposition, even in the warm-up area. But you can see it on the start line. Let's specifically talk about what's on the start line. You can see it on the start line, the twitchiness that athletes feel. They'll be bouncing up and down. The female athletes will be moving like this, and it's all a nervous twitch. It's a nervous twitch. Now, think about this. An athlete is in amongst all these athletes that are twitching and stuff like that, is relaxed and is just not doing anything. And is just standing tall and just being there. Just being, as it were. It's different. One of the greatest examples of this is Olympic Christie in the 92 Olympics, Barcelona. Now, he's an opposing athlete, he's a tall athlete against all the other athletes. But you could see him compared to Leroy Burrell and Dennis Mitchell. He was just totally motionless. He was doing something that was different. And you could see that when you saw the camera went on the pictures of Dennis Mitchell and Leroy Burrell, they oozed nervousness. They oozed kind of thing, tightness, and they oozed that fact of not being comfortable. Now, Leroy Burrell was a former multi-world record holder at this point as well. He didn't hold the world record at this point, but he's broken the world record, I think, twice at this point. But he just oozed a nervousness, whereas Christie was just standing there motionless, looking down the track. He was doing something different. And when you do something different on the start line, people notice it and it disorientates them. And when people notice something different, the automatic response by them is to think, why is he or she doing that? And it takes them off their own race, and it takes it off themselves. That's what it is. So when you're relaxed, you're actually doing something that's different, that's rare. When you practice relax, now it takes practice to do this. It's not something you can just impose yourself, just do it instantly in the race. Well, you possibly could, but the likelihood is not, because it's a habit. Relaxation is a habit, not a byproduct of hard work. So it's a habit you develop. But if you get that relaxation right in the race and you're totally centered, people notice it. And they sense this aura about you. But they also sense the look of you as well. Because what are we when we're actually relaxed? As the Be Activated treatment that I do, as muscle activation method I use to drop the athletes into a relaxed state, into closer to their flow state, athletes start to stand up taller. Shoulders drop, chest rises, whereas the twitchy athletes are like this. You'll see a lot of them, when stress hits the body, anxiety hits the body, and it becomes chronic, you see a lot of people like this. This is not imposing, whereas when you're relaxed, you're up in this position, chest out, and this is a powerful pose. When you're up like this, people notice that. And it's been said, actually, even for yourself, when you stand up tall, that you're mentally changing to a more positive feelings. It encourages more positive feelings when you stand up straight. But when you're relaxed, you get into that state anyway. It's the chicken and an egg thing. But whatever the case is, when you're relaxed, your chest is up and people notice you in this position. And you can say that when we're in this position, chest is out, instead of like this, what are people going to notice? And imagine an athlete that's truly relaxed on the start line and moving methodically and slowly. Everything's predictable. Everything's not much worry about it. Whereas the other athletes, remember, contrast that with other athletes who are twitchy on the start line, moving like this. It's totally different. So by imposing relaxation to your sprinting properly, by centering yourself, by actually concentrating on yourself, feeling your body, connecting mind and body by feeling your body, that's what it is. Concentrating on your breathing as well, taking slow into your nose, out through your mouth, concentrating on yourself, people notice that. because it's different from what they're doing, and also they feel it as well. So that's one of the greatest things about imposing relaxation. You're the way you look, the feeling other people get from it, the fact you're doing something totally different from them is one of the most powerful things you can do to intimidate the opposition. Now remember, you're not trying to, your focus is not to intimidate the opposition. Your focus is on yourself and your own race and your own intentions and your own feelings. What the intimidation part and the imposing part that all you do on the opposition, you're not concentrating on. It's just a byproduct of what happens. Concentrate on yourself. Don't try to impose yourself on the other athletes. Concentrate on yourself and what you are going to do. So hopefully that video gives you a better understanding about relaxation. It's a powerful tool and it really does make an effect. People feel it, and our opposition, your competitors feel it as well. Thanks for watching.